Is Mike Myers a friend in terms of like, I feel like Mike Myers is off doing his own thing, that you guys don't really have a close relationship, which is weird to me.
It's funny when we see each other, we just talk all over each other. He had two older brothers.
Right.
He's kind of small like I was. He was bullied a little bit. And then we also have, the connection to loving things British.
Right.
But
were you upset with him, speaking of loving things British, when he was doing the whole movie, Austin Powers?
Austin Powers, yes.
The Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil
is an impression of Lorne Michaels.
Right.
And I had heard, maybe you don't want to get into this, but,
it's fine.
but that Mike's impression of Lorne was based on your impression of Lorne, and he took it and used it as Dr. Evil. And it bugged you a little bit, right? Because you were the one who figured out how to do Lorne.
When I started there, no one did Lorne. The first thing I broke was him in the meeting in the room. This is on a Wednesday night. You've read all the sketches, and he's trying to move these cards around to figure out what the show's going to be. And he has it in acts, like a Broadway show.
That's Lorne's big thing.
Yeah, the first act. And he doesn't have any cards there. And he would say before he used the bathroom behind him, he'd go, I still have no fucking first act. And that was what broke it for me. I still have no fucking first act. And then
in other words, when you say broke it for you, you heard him say that and you heard the music of his voice.
Yeah. And then after that, it was just going this thing of like, you never underestimate the value of water. And he's a fascinating guy. I mean,
brilliant guy.
The thing that's happened to me, the last time I did a guest spot on SNL, maybe a year ago or something, I just decided I'm going to stay all night with Lorne because I'd always baby out at like 3:30 or 4.
Yep.
And Lorne doesn't get tired. So
how does he do that? I don't understand.
He just talked nonstop and he comes up with stuff and you go, where does he come up with this stuff? But for me, it's like with Mike too, it's getting late. I have a lot of affection for him. I mean, but
was
Dr.
there a
Evil
rift
thing,
over the Dr. Evil character?
We never really talked about it. I talked about it to the therapist, and I basically let it go.
You did. But you felt that for a while. You felt like, the Dr. Evil character is Lorne, obviously. And it's a funny thing with impressions. Once somebody figures it out,
then
the whole world can do it.
The best way to learn. And part of, Mike's talent is his ability to see things like, so for him to pick out Bohemian Rhapsody for Wayne's World was a brilliant thing. And when I finally did the impression for Lorne, it's a thing, and the Pinky thing was a made-up thing. Lorne doesn't do that, but somehow it fit,
You came up with the Pinky thing.
Well, the Pinky thing I did do, yes. Yeah.
So I understand this from a musician standpoint, and since you see things musically, if a guy writes a song, that's his baby.
Yeah.
When you come up with an impression, it's kind of your baby.
Right.
And so when you go to the premiere of a movie and you're rooting for Mike because he's your buddy and you've known him all these years, and then you see Dr. Evil, it's like, well, wait a second, that's the song I wrote. That's the music I heard in my head. And that Pinky thing is that thing that I uniquely do.
But you know what? I did it backstage. I just thought, well, I can't do this publicly because, I'm going to be biting Lorne Michaels, the hand that fed me.
Right.
No. But in the end of the day, I have to say that Mike, the construct of Austin Powers was brilliant. And it's a great character. And he, after a while, everyone started doing Lorne,
Right.
But I think in the end of the day, as you go through life and you get beat up by all kinds of things, I was very lucky to intersect with Mike Myers.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So you get a bigger perspective when life gets tough.
Right. So did you pick up the phone and call him and say, hey, I know I've been harboring a resentment and I am now kind of over it. I just want you to know that.
I haven't done that.
No.
I haven't done that. I'd like to do it on, national radio.
Would you do that now? Would you address Mike Myers?